Hey guys, happy Thursday. Anyhow, I decided to do this video today, especially for my personally sponsored coaches and to some of my downline. Only because I really want to share this message, and I reached out to my sister because Edith knows how much I totally respect her thoughts on some of the decisions that I've made and or about to make, because sometimes they don't make a lot of sense, so she has to smack the sense into me. But today was a big moment for me as a Beachbody coach, and let me share why it was a big moment. Number one, you may or may not know that I did open up my second business center, and it happened last Thursday, which is the day of my birthday. So happy birthday to me. Opened up my second business center. Not only that, but today, a week later, that center became Emerald. Like Edith says, Mickey Square became Emerald today. In addition to that, I also became a 5-star qualifying coach. And it's qualifying because I have 2 of my diamonds that need to remain diamond for 6 weeks for me to be officially a 5-star. So these coaches had lost their diamond, got it back. So it takes time, and I guess that's the word that I'm looking for. It's time. So many of us want to run before we can walk. And again, this past week, the volume in this team was bananas, just like my t-shirt, it was bananas. And I decided to go to my back office and take a look at where I started with Beachbody. Okay, granted, today was my biggest paycheck with Beachbody, close to $3,000. So that was never gonna happen, especially because I started as a discount coach, really. So I go back and I signed up October 2009. And I made $29. Let me see if you could see this here, so you could. Can you see that there? I don't know. Oh no, here. Anyway, yeah, $29, and that was my first Shakeology sale. Maybe I should send that customer a thank you for being my customer. Actually, she's one of my silent coaches anyway. Anyhow, so 5 weeks later, I did 0 because I treated it as a hobby. That's all I did. And then maybe, 8 weeks later, I did $49. So it really wasn't much. I didn't start making stuff. Ooh, let's see, like all of 2009, 2010, I did nothing. Nothing, because I did nothing. So when you do nothing, you get nothing, right? Let's see, and nothing to all of 2010, nothing. And nothing is like $30 every 3 or 4 weeks. Oh, I even had a negative. Yeah, I even had a negative. So I probably had to give Beachbody back some money. Let's see. Oh, all 2010. Oh, wait a minute. 2000, December 2010, I made $120. I was moving on up. And then comes 2011. 2011, my main focus was competing in my fitness competition. Let me see if you can see. It's up here. What is it? See that? All the way up there? There, right there. That is my award that I got for busting my ass for so long. Alright, so 2011, main focus was not my Beachbody business. It really wasn't. It was, I wanted to get on stage. That's what it was. But then I started getting Team Cycle, right? So I was getting consistently like $160 a week. Yeah, that's what I was doing. I was averaging less than $200, between $150 to $200, all of 2011. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. And then in September, actually the end of October, that's when I did my competition. And I was stressed. My job was just getting very, very stressful. I was very unhappy. And come December of 2011, that is when Beachbody introduced the Beachbody Challenge. And that's when I knew. It was actually the week, let me rewind for 1 second. It was actually the week before my competition. I was at a Super Saturday, and I have it written somewhere. I think I have it saved on my phone, a picture that I took, where I put in my vision board, I will resign from Citibank. And I visualized, like I said I was going to do it. I was only making $300 a week, but I was going to do it. I don't know how I was going to survive, but I was planning on doing it. So here comes 2012. And the weekly started increasing to $400, $500. And then on February 22nd, it jumped from 400, 500, 600. I made $1,000. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. 3 years later, I realized that, oh my goodness, I could leave my full-time job and make this a full-time job instead, where I'm having fun helping people. And that's when I took a leap of faith, and things, I'm not going to bore you to death, but I was in a really toxic relationship with Citibank. Like, we just were not seeing eye to eye any longer. I had to pull the plug. So I pulled the plug and said goodbye to my $120,000 salary with benefits. I said bye-bye. And yet, I still was fluctuating. So I hit that high in February of 1,000, but I would dip down to 600, then 700, 900, but it was still staying up there. Why? Because I was being consistent. Well, first of all, I didn't have a choice. I left Citibank. I had to make this work. And I'll tell you guys, and I gotta be completely honest and humble and come out and tell you that when I left Citibank, I truly didn't even understand how Team Cycle worked. How sad is that? Yeah. When I finally told my sister that, like, oh, I finally get it, she wanted to smack me. Like, really, Mickey? Now? But I was so consumed in my job that I just wasn't paying attention. And that's when I just took time and I sat down and I'm like, okay, so this is how I need to work this. And then I realized that this is really a business. And I started applying the knowledge that I gained while I was at Citibank. And that is why, Danny Johnson says you have to prosper where you are planted at the moment. And little did I know that all the knowledge and experience that I was gaining at Citibank was to prepare me for what I'm doing here today. So I started working with my team. I started spending more time one-on-one, strategy, doing the 3 vital behaviors, the inviting part, the being product of the product, the personal development. That honestly, before I just didn't do it because I didn't have time. Yeah, that was an excuse, a big excuse. And I am happy to say that, I've been consistent with my salary. Like, really, it takes time. And it really wasn't until the beginning of this year that I stayed consistent at over 1,000. And then it was 1,100, 1,200, 1,400, 1,500. And now it doesn't go below really 1,800. And today, the volume in our team was sick last week. Like, sick. We broke record. So I knew that today it was just going to be an epic moment when I woke up. So, yes, my paycheck today is $2,748.08. And it took time. It took patience. It took bags under my eyes, lack of sleep. It took tears. It took everything, guys. But the drive was always there. Like, I knew, even at my low points, that I had to find it within me to make this work. And when I found that powerful why statement, and I'll tell you guys, I will fight the enemy himself, because my purpose is I'm so driven, and it has so much value, and it just changes so many lives that, yeah, you know what, the 5-star qualification is great. My second business center, I mean, I've got big goals, and I shared it on Facebook today. My big dream is to have Team Eagle headquarters. so excited about that. It's going to happen. We're going to have a Team Eagle headquarters. That's going to be my office. You know, when there's a rainy day or it's snowing out, then I'll just work from home. I won't show up to the office. But it's going to be there. It's going to be there so that my team, you guys, if you want to conduct training, if you want to work outside of your home, come to Team Eagle headquarters, work there. You can conduct training in there. We'll have fit clubs. We'll have Super Saturdays. We don't have to look around for places to rent out any longer because we're going to have the headquarters. I am super excited, and I'm claiming it because it's going to happen. It's going to happen. My other big dream, it may not seem big, but it is for me, is I want to take all my diamond, I want to have a diamond outing and take my diamond coaches and spend a weekend at the Hershey Hotel so we can be at the spa. So I know that I have men on my team, but you know, we all have that soft side to us. So you guys will be coming also to my diamond event. So anyhow, I just wanted to share with you guys, be patient. Be consistent. You know, life has, it's like a roller coaster ride. It has ups and downs, ups and downs, ups and downs. But you have to show up every day. And you can't allow curveballs to stop you, you know. Edith, you know, there were days that I would call you crying hysterical because I was so miserable. Aurelis, you were concerned about my health. You heard me on the phone, hysterical, how bad it was for me. But I never, ever lost my drive because I knew what I wanted, and I knew that inside of me there was something great about to explode, and it's happening. And each and every one of you were handpicked by the big man upstairs to join forces with me. So all of you are part of my purpose, and I want to thank you for that. So who is ready to kick it up a notch? Let's make it happen. Peace out.